the other person could have, let's say, a red mark or a scratch. Welcome to the Problem Solver every single week. We have amazing people on the show every Thursday, 4:30 live. I'm David Kohlmeier, retired police officer, helping people solve problems, and I bring other people on the show that solve problems, that are community activists, business leaders, owners, people that are helping people, nonprofits, you name it. We have people on the show that are helping people in the community. Thank you so much for joining the show today. I have my lovely co-host to my right, John Orlando, Beja Rivera. Correct. And today we have an amazing guest. We have Erin Wicker-Campbell.
Hiya.
And she is with A Balanced Bear.
Yeah.
And I feel like we should have a teddy bear that comes out right now for some reason, says bear. So Erin, tell us, you're here today for Social Register Network.
Yes.
I'm glad to have different people that are coming on to share what they're doing. Tell us a little bit about A Balanced Bear.
Okay, so I'm happy to be here, I should say, too. So A Balanced Bear is really kind of the culmination of my life experiences. So my darling husband had a cancer diagnosis about 6 years ago. And we, of course, were shocked and horrified. And I started doing some research, like how could this possibly happen? And one of the things I was not at all aware about were all of the toxins that are in our homes that, I was like the queen of, I need the pumpkin spice candle with the pumpkin spice plug. And am I speaking
my language?
Right? That's 100%. What I'm saying. And then let's match it with the hand soap and the detergent.
I'm pumpkin spice all year round.
We're gonna.
It goes down to the air fresh, like the plugins.
No good?
Boo, I got you
No
covered.
good.
We're gonna get you balanced. It's happening today.
Mm-hmm.
So I really went overboard. I went through and got a black garbage bag and threw basically everything that we had in our house away.
Cleaners everything?
All of it. Like a complete psycho. I don't suggest to anybody doing that. Like that's way over the edge. But when you're in panic and fear mode, it's what you do.
Everything must go.
Yeah. And so we got him through stage 4 throat cancer.
Wow.
Yeah. He's now in remission 5 years. So he's considered cured. Whoop, whoop.
Great. That's great.
And once we had him in remission, I could actually take a step back and see that I was calling everything poison. And I'm like, don't eat that. It's poison. Don't wash your hands with that. It's poison. And I had to take a step back and say, okay, I'm way over the top about it. We can do better in our homes and with what we eat and how we act every day, but we need to find some balance. Mm-hmm. So hence the term A Balanced Bear. I'm the air bear. Growing up, that was my nickname from my parents. So A Balanced Bear is kind of a play on my name and finding balance. And just kind of turning the corner. So I realized, hey, if I didn't know all of these things, I'm sure there's other people.
Yeah.
I considered myself woke. Do I sound woke? Don't I?
Yeah.
Right?
I understood what you were talking
Right?
about. I mean, even the plugins that we do, like the Glade plugins.
Yes.
It's all, especially to women, actually.
It's everything.
Yes.
We love us some aromatherapy.
I hear you.
Mm-hmm. So I basically have set my sights on helping people just make better choices for their homes and environments, but finding that balance where, 80% of the time we're going to be on it, we're going to be diligent, we're going to be eating organic spinach, and then I'm going to come here and have a margarita with an extra shot of tequila because Mama's got balance.
Mama needs a life too.
Exactly. Mama's living.
So you're more of a consultant that would come into someone's home and help them get more clean? Am I saying it?
Exactly. So I call it a cleaner living. So there's clean living. Like I want to have fun in life, right? That's one other thing we learn is that, life is really precious. So we're going to maximize the time we're here. We're going to have a good time, but we're going to do the best that we can to be on this planet for a long time.
And so when you come into someone's home, do you you take all the bad stuff? I'm picturing like you put it all on the kitchen counter and then it's time to balance. Like, okay, what's more important? Brown sugar cinnamon Pop-Tarts or the pumpkin spice candle, which by the way, that's a toss up from me. But,
what can you just not let go of?
Yeah, right. Like, is that what it's literally like?
Absolutely. So the thing we want to look at is what are like the everyday things you're using. Right. So if you light that pumpkin spice poison candle every day.
Or a spray.
Or spray, yeah, or walk through it, wear it, eat it. We would want to definitely approach that as if it's something you do every day, we want to change that habit. So if we're exposing ourselves to something unnecessary, we should really look at that.
Okay.
And you'd be surprised how many people, once they realize, like, oh, you can get cinnamon, clove, nutmeg, essential oil and diffuse it, and it literally smells like a pumpkin pie in your kitchen. In fact, you'll find it smells better because it's not artificially manufactured. Imagine the shock and horror when you find out that there's when there's actually not pumpkin in your pumpkin spice.
Wait, seriously?
No, I swear to God, hand to God,
That's funny.
It's chemicals in a lab made to smell like that. So we look at the things that are every day, what's going to be the most impactful. We take 5 of them and we start from there. And then we don't want to shock and concern anybody. So once you're ready to move forward, then we'll meet again. We'll pick another 5 things and just make the most impact we can. Sometimes it's something super simple like laundry detergent. People don't realize all that synthetic fragrance is a endocrine disruptor. It's disrupting your hormones and it's a known carcinogen. So, something.
Is it the smell of it or it's the chemical on your skin or it's both?
It's
probably both, right?
Yep, it's both. So that's a super easy thing. I'm like, hey, here's 3 choices that are cleaner.
Yeah, I have no loyalty to the detergent.
Okay. Well, there, we found your one thing.
You, Beja? Are you loyal to the detergent? No.
Well, I mean, all natural is always better, I feel.
Right?
But I had a question. Though.
Yeah. Answer.
So you go into people's homes and then, you kind of take out everything that's toxic and lay it out for them.
Yeah.
What else do you provide with your services?
So I actually have my own boutique space where I have all cleaner products.
So you do.
I do. So I call them Bear Approved.
Okay.
So I've done the homework for you. So if you want something like you're like, oh, I don't have time to deal with like figuring out which detergent I want, just tell me which one to get. Boom, I got you covered. It's here, it's local, it's in my store here in the Southwest at Bottega Exchange.
Where is it?
Inside Bottega Exchange.
Where is that?
That is on Tenea between
Buffalo? Is it Buffalo?
Buffalo, Rainbow, just off the 215.
It's right here.
Yeah, you're our neighbor. You can come and get detergent after the show.
Okay.
Let's do it.
We need it.
You need a whitening
This guy needs
alternative?
it.
I got you.
Here's a good question. So
Yeah.
what do you, not to talk about price situation, but it'd be interesting to know. So if you wanted to come into his home, go through the whole home and evaluate it and do a consulting, what's the normal fee situation? Because, a lot of people may think it's expensive, right? Having someone to do this.
Here's the best part.
Tell me.
I charge nothing.
What?
So you're just buying the product.
Exactly. And you don't even have to buy it from me. If you don't want to, it's not your thing. You'd rather go on Amazon.
You believe in what you're doing?
I believe in what I'm doing. And I know that little changes make a big difference. I'm proof of it. And
but you're looking at, besides the products that are like we're using, are you looking at the food too?
I don't. So I actually, no, I have a nutritionist that I recommend who really takes a holistic approach as well. I will give people a copy of like the Dirty Dozen. Do you guys know what that is?
No.
Like the 12 most toxic pesticide-laden foods. So spinach is one, like spinach and berries. If you're going to choose one fruit or vegetable.
Pesticides on spinach?
Yeah,
because they spray them because the bugs will just eat them. So,
but when we buy them in the containers, they're washed and ready to eat.
Well, some are.
They're washed, but they still had pesticides on them at one point.
They're grown with it.
Do you use a veggie wash? Like the spray?
I do, but I think the easiest thing for people to do is literally just use white vinegar, dilute it in water, and soak your produce. It won't change the flavor, and it's like the super quick, easy fix. You can also do it with baking soda.
But is it super quick, easy? Because
it is.
Like it's another thing.
Yeah, it sounds like a big step to me.
Yeah, so that's another thing.
Like I'm cooking.
Well, exactly.
What am I talking about?
Yeah. You're like, well, when I order my food prep, I'm going to tell them to soak it.
Yeah.
So the easy way is to make to just choose organic.
Make sure you clean that in the back.
The only thing I make is reservations. Who are we kidding?
Right. Yeah. Well, I mean, there's a lot of really great restaurants here in town that are non-GMO, that are plant-based, and
who's your
that
favorite?
are organic. Oh, Fruits and Roots is my jam. Locally owned, and
there's only one of them, right?
No, there's 2.
I know there's one over here, right?
Yeah, and there's one on Blue Diamond.
Right?
Yeah, and then the one over here. It's locally owned. Patricia, who owns it, is like the angel of nutrition. She knows everything. It's like, wow. So everybody check that out too.
Okay.
It's so good. Got to support local, right?
Yes.
So the bottom line is you'll go into people's homes,
Yep.
you'll evaluate. It's a free consultation.
Yep.
If you want to buy the different products to use that are better
Yep.
for your home.
Yep.
And you educate them on every.
Exactly.
Okay.
Here's why we're going to choose this one. Here's why X, Y, and Z are better options for you. Do you want my help in getting that product? Or do you want me to send you a link to some sites where you can look for it by yourself? And it's like literally a no pressure for me, because at the end of the day, I'm part of the community and I want us all to be healthier. And I don't want anybody to go through what my husband went through and that scary feeling. So it's
But we don't
my
really
pleasure.
know that that's what caused it, but we feel that the products may have been better not in your home.
Well, so statistically, only 10% of all cancers have a genetic link. So that means we're getting cancer from something else. Environmental factors. Are there things we can control? Yes. Are there things we can't control? Yes. If you grew up next to a farm that's spraying Roundup, the damage there is done. So all we can do is try to do better now, right?
Well, don't
And
they
detox.
say that it's actually worse for secondhand smoke, to affect the person than the person that's actually smoking?
Yep.
That makes sense to me.
Yeah.
I try to be very entrepreneurial in regards to helping people with social register to basically get, more business in general. And I feel that since you're doing a free consultation, you need to be connected. How long have you been doing it for?
A year and a half.
Do you connect with like the Realtor Association? I feel like this should be a gift
Oh,
that the
that's
Realtors
so
give
smart.
Genius.
to the new people that own a home.
Oh, that's good.
And
I
then
mean,
it's a gift
who's my new
certificate.
best friend over here?
Yeah.
That would be me.
Yeah.
Really good shirt.
All right. I'm like,
There's a reason why that shirt says problem solver.
Yeah.
You know?
But I like that.
I'm
so
into it.
And we're planning to do like a podcast and social media educational component to different realtors, like a lunch and learn,
Oh,
which we're going to
awesome.
work on. But I think that'd be really good. It should be like a gift certificate that actually a realtor gives to their client. Say, hey, I got you.
And
This
the
gift
realtor's
certificate.
buying it from her.
Well, technically, it's a free service.
well, it's a free
right.
service, but they could buy a gift card.
But they
to
could
the
buy a
shop.
gift. It could be a free
Yeah.
service, and it could be like $100 towards products.
I love that.
Right. So, and that could be an email out to all realtors to say, hey, look, this is a free service.
Yeah.
If you want to actually provide a $100 gift, that's a separate. But no matter what, I'll do a free consultation for any of your new clients to buy homes.
I love that.
So I like that. Plus, you're also helping people.
Yes.
Because the goal really is, right, to prevent whether it's pesticides
It
or
is, all of
cancer
it.
and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
I think we're basically helping people in the community that way.
I love that.
I love it too. I love especially what you said. Backtrack a little bit. It was the teach and learn. Or
Lunch and learn.
Lunch and learn.
Yes.
Just like an hour a day, whatever. If you do it once a week, just educating the community.
I love that.
It's hard to get people together, but I think the realtors and the way it works is the models that they get with title companies. The title companies allow they have open space, and normally if there's like a CE credit and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But I'm sure we could hook it
We
up. But I
got
like 'em.
options.
I like the concept of because that's the
Thank
way
you.
you're really spreading through the community through the realtors when they're
Yes.
buying homes, and it's just a service that you can provide, especially if you're doing it for free.
I love that. The other thing that I think is fun too is through the pandemic, we all learned that we can do so much virtually. So I've even had virtual consultations with people in other states. So it's just kind of a cool thing. It could be anywhere. It doesn't matter where you are. I can rip your stuff apart from here if you're there.
What would you say the average spend? Like, I'm going to send you into John Orlando's house.
Yeah.
How much money would you say that once you go through the place and you say, all right, we got to get rid of all this stuff. We're going to put these products in. What's the normal value for the first time? Would you say it's $100? She'd be like, it's $1,200.
Like, what do they end up
typically
spending?
spend.
Yeah, like if you know what's the average spend for somebody, if you go into someone's home, you really evaluate what they got going
Yeah,
on.
on the low end, I'd say probably $300.
That's what I was going to say.
And the thing is, we're dealing primarily with things that are disposable, right? So you need a reorder on it. And here's the fun part. I'm not a rep for a company. I'm doing this all on my own research. So if you didn't like XYZ for a candle, guess what? I have 2 other brands and you can try one of those candles. It's like a process of elimination, but now you don't have to go to the store and try to buy one of everything and figure out, does this one work? Does this one not? But I do give the education on, what to avoid on labels and stuff like that too. So if people do want to have fun with it, great. But I've just found that, like you had said, who has time for all of that?
Right.
We're
long is-
already overwhelmed.
Tell us a little bit. So we have like about another minute left.
Yeah.
people that want to get in touch with you, you have a website, phone number, give us the
Yes.
information so people.
Yes, please follow me at Live Well with Erin, Erin. And my website is abalancedbear, BEAR.com. So abalancedbear.com, Live Well with Erin. Please reach out. I'd love to help anybody who's thinking that they might want to just take a gander and see what it's all about. Like I said, no obligation. Worst case scenario, you come out with a new friend named Erin.
I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
So thank you so much for being on the show today.
Thank you for being my problem solver.
Absolutely. So we're gonna hook up again. We'll have you come back on the show as well. Maybe we have a longer period of time in general. So again, thank you so much for joining. And I think it's amazing work that you're doing because you really are helping people. A lot of people may not realize, the help that you're doing because it's more of a long-term, situation for their health, and everyone needs it. Just the problem is we just don't know what we don't know, right? So
Amen.
I feel like the problem solver is just like the root of the problem. So.
I like it.
You stay here for another day. We're gonna have you working on all this. You're gonna start cleaning the whole place up with different products.
Is there a cot? Can I take a nap?
He'll send you an invoice for the consulting fee.
And I'll pay it. And I'll pay
What's
it.
this invoice from the problem solver? I thought this was
It's like all I did was go on a podcast. What happened? I owe money.
This was a free service.
I love it.
It's actually not a bad idea.
Thank you so much.
Erin, thanks so much for joining us on the show, and we'll have you come back.
Thanks
so
to
much.
all of you.
Thanks, Erin.
I'm glad you got to meet me today, Erin.
I'm glad I got to meet you too. You guys are great.
Thank you so much. So again,
Thank
I'm
you.
David Kohlmeier, the problem solver. Thanks so much for joining us every single Thursday, 4:30. We go live helping people, amazing people like Erin on the show, helping people solve problems in the community, especially for your health. That's what Erin basically is doing in the community. Amazing work that she's doing. So thanks so much. Have a great week and be safe.